Hello guys, welcome to Hot Crescent News. On this channel, you can get to see my erotica stories, my audiobooks. I cover celebrity news, topics, and all the work I do on this channel. Today, I'm going to switch gears and we're going to talk about why do modern women want a six-figure guy? And we're going to talk about basically why do women have such high demands but they bring nothing to the table. So on this topic, I was talking to my friends about this topic, and we was listening to Kevin Samuels, and I like his content. Some of the stuff he says is kind of out there, but most of the stuff he says is good. So I'm thinking to myself, like, women. Today's society, women are so materialistic. Not all, but some, because I know some of you women are ready to pick this apart. So what I'm saying is, some women, most are materialistic. Why do men have conversations in the barbershop, conversations on the basketball court, conversations in the gas stations, or just around family cookouts, barbecues, whatever you want to say, in the corner of men? You see, a lot of men say that today's women are so stuck up, they're so materialistic, they want a guy that's 6'2", black, white, making $100,000 a year, that's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money, and that is not realistic. And so when they can't have that, they go to the notion that I'm a single mom or I'm a single lady and I can do bad by myself. But why is that? Why do women want that? And I think the question to that and the answer to that is very, very easy. From my opinion, I think a lot of women, they say they want, well, it starts off with the media. Western media portrays society as, oh man, you're a single mom, you don't need no guy. You can do this, you can do that. If he ain't bringing home the bucks, I think a woman should be equal to a man in a relationship. And me, I'm not for the traditional way of where men have to pay for everything. I'm not. Like, I'm not about to just sit here and say, oh, you know what? Since we're in a relationship, I want to pay for everything. Back in the 60s and 50s and 70s, maybe 80s. Yeah. But 2021, when everybody's struggling in a pandemic, I think not. I think not. And what's crazy is that me, I'm one of the guys, like, I'm in a relationship now, but I'm one of the guys is like, I don't require my woman to actually pay 50-50. I do it based on income ratio. And I think a lot of these modern women today, between the ages of 18 through 40, I can't say 45 because that's kind of getting up there, but 18 through 40, I think a lot of these women, they really want to not do anything to life. They want their cake and eat it too. A lot of conversations that I have with women and that I experienced throughout my life, a lot of the women say, hey, you know what? You got to take care of the bills, make sure my stuff is good, buy me some Gucci, buy me some Birkin, and on top of that, I save my money while you take care of the bills. And then the reward is me. No, bitch. The reward is not you. The reward, if a man has to pay his way through a relationship and the reward is sex, and that's all he gets, he's basically being pimped out. That's a beta male. An alpha male like myself, we don't consider that. If you want to be in a relationship with an alpha male myself, you got to bring something to the table. So I think a lot of today's modern women, media portrays that a man should be care of the household, but the prize should be the women. You can see it in the rap videos. You can see it in the movies, Hollywood. Hell, I even go as far as to say Bollywood, even though that's a different, custom. But what I'm saying is that the man in Western society is being knocked down. And a lot of women have that mindset, if he's not making $100,000, then he can't have me. But that's a lot of fucking money. Unrealistically, that's not going to happen. You're merely going to get a guy between $25,000 to $80,000. That's $80,000. Well, $85,000, $90,000. That's stretching it. That's if he's an engineer or a computer scientist or a coder or something like that, or he's an entrepreneur. So, ladies, let me ask you this: if a man is working a job and he's a manager at McDonald's, would you stay with him, or his pockets are too low and you can't deal with that? See, I believe a lot of ladies want these six-figure men and stuff like myself is because they don't want to, they think life is supposed to be handed to them. They don't want to work for anything. And I'm not saying all ladies, but I don't care how you take it. So my thing is that if you're not bringing money to the relationship, right? Let's just say you're not bringing money, all right? You're only bringing your looks. Men, we don't care about looks all the time. We want a woman that's going to cook. We want a woman that's going to clean. We want a woman that's going to challenge us intellectually. And we also want a woman that's about being independent, but not being independent so much that it gives off masculine energy. And what I mean by that is, no, when a guy voices his opinion, he gets called out for toxic masculinity. I think that's bullshit. I think that's a stupid fetish way, a stupid feminist way of saying, oh, we don't want to hear your problems. You see, if the only way a woman, modern day woman, because I can't say woman because my grandma and them back in their time, that's way different. Modern women would not be able to have a high figure man, like Kevin Samuels would say, or a high class man, as I would say. It's because high class men doesn't want competition. And what I mean by that is, it's fine if you're working, but if you're a high class man and you're actually trying to hit up in that 100,000 and you're going up in that stratosphere and you're going up, they're typically busy. So they want a woman that's going to be home, a woman that's going to be cooking and cleaning. Now, that's not what I prefer, but I'm saying the mindset of that six-figure man. So my thing is, women, first, number one, you have to lower your priorities. And what I mean by that, are you going to be the woman that's going to be an entrepreneur, that's going to have your career take you all the way over the world and not have time for a family when a man wants something? Or are you going to have your priorities in order where you're making something out of yourself, but you're going to prioritize understanding, hey, my man is not making $100,000. Let's work it out and we can build wealth together. That's number one. You got to prioritize what matters more, your career, family, or your man, and y'all can build wealth together. Because some women, it's like if you like they have like every woman has a number. I don't care what nobody say. No woman wants to struggle. Number two, height. A lot of women cannot talk to a man that's below their height level. I don't know, I see this specifically with black women, but women in general. A lot of women don't like a guy that's under 6 feet. Like myself, I'm 6'2.5". So when I see stuff like this, why is the insecurity so high that not only does the man have to make over $100,000 or six figures, but he has to be a certain height requirement for that. The average male height is literally 5'9". And if you're over 5'9", then you have good genetics. So I asked myself this question, a lot of women are going to be lonely and single because a lot of men are not that tall. They don't have NBA type stature bodies. So number one is priority. Number two is height. And number three, let the man lead. And what I mean by that is, a lot of women that are single baby mama. I dated women that had kids, and it was good for the most part, but it's a lot of it was toxic for the most part after that too. But what I'm saying is that if you can't, a man likes to lead. Now if he's a bum, he's a bum. Some men are bums, but a man cannot reciprocate the love that he wants to give you if you can't let him lead. Now, if you're making more than your man, that's fine. You're the breadwinner, but leading doesn't always have to be in salary. Let the man make family decisions. Let the man support you mentally. Stop being so strong. It's cool to have a shoulder to cry on. And those are my three things: priorities, height, and lead. Women seem to have literally a problem with those things. And the problem is women want to be the man in a relationship, and that's why they become having children out of wedlock, not married, or they have men that's narcissists, or whatever you want to call it, or men that just don't want to be faithful to them. So give a man something he wants. Let him lead. Let him be there for you. And if you do that, ladies, I promise, modern day women, you will find a successful guy like myself. Other than that, you're going to be lonely. So I hope this message helped you guys out. This is Romeo Pugh, Red Hawk Crescent News. I'll be doing more videos like this, talking about dynamics, relationships, and dating. I'm out. Like, share, subscribe.